A man was strolling down the street when suddenly a steel wire loop was thrown around his neck. His attacker yanked away a suitcase worth $200 million. The man didn't even chase. Because the wire was tightening, its motorized reel pulling harder and harder. He pulled with all his might, but as the motor spun, his fingers snapped, and within a minute his head was severed. And this brutal end came only because he had gotten mixed up with an outlaw lawyer named Jack. Back home, there wasn't a single case Jack couldn't win. With the right spin, he could even put judges behind bars. Corrupt officials and drug lords paid him fortunes for his services. He grew rich, living in a villa, driving luxury cars, showering women with diamond rings the size of pigeon eggs. But even with that, Jack thought lawsuits made money too slowly. Crime itself was faster, and all the loopholes were already written into law. So he approached one of his old clients and pitched joining their Mexican operation. The curly-haired man was thrilled. With Jack on board, crime would now be risk-free. He quickly introduced Jack to Pete, a middleman. Pete handed him a massive job, a shipment with $200 million in profit, all in just 1 week. Jack was hooked. At this rate, he thought, outpacing the world's richest man was only a matter of time. But he didn't realize their newly formed get-rich trio was already being watched by the curly-haired man's girlfriend, a blonde whose real goal was to steal the shipment. Meanwhile, the Mexican cartel packed the goods into iron barrels, dumped them into sewage-filled trucks, and smuggled them into the U.S. The trucks parked at a junkyard where they were fitted with trackers. Street punks then delivered the receiver to Pete, so the trio could retrieve the goods later. But the blonde had already sent hitmen to shadow the punks. They strung a steel wire across the road, waiting for them to deliver their own heads. Once the assassins got the receiver, they quickly tracked down the flour truck. But not long after it rolled out, the truck was stopped by police. The killers instantly saw through the disguise. These weren't real cops. One henchman slipped out of the passenger side. As the fake police focused on the truck, he opened fire.